That much more impressive for me is that if you're on defense, you're expecting them to run the ball. They're on their own 3-yard line. Not many people are risking throwing it, so you expect them to do exactly what they did, yet it still breaks for 97 yards. That's a long way.
And some quick research. The other two, 2014 Lamar Miller. The other
I know the other one. Okay. That's 1939. Andy Urim. I was there. Oh, no, I wasn't.
You weren't there. You were almost there. You were a baby at that point. In 1939. Wow.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure.
And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They want to zoom past that number there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 29, Brady, middle of the field, it's Robinson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 25-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Again, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Brady to throw again. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Now Brady. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield, T49. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because
there he goes left side. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after here coming up. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Broncos 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And throw by Brady, incomplete.
Brady's pass, intended for his wideout, incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Calvin Ridley, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brady going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. The final shot before half for Brady. And he'll look downfield for Waller. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The kicker on for the point after.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well. They're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
They are clicking right now. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running with McFarland. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
They run the counter. McFarland. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
4-yard pickup on the play.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it head on and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get it.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with McFarland. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Anthony McFarland. His 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Number 30.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Broncos 1st down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion.
conversion there, but unsuccessful. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, McFarland. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
McFarland, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
3-yard line.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And he's out right at the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and on A.J. Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
Makes the score.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
33.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a cap on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Brady going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the time they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.